Today we'll be looking at this Govee water leak sensor. It is pretty big compared to this other leak sensor from Lincoln. This is one of my favorite, as well as the one from Third Reality. So yeah, this thing is super big for whatever reason. I'm guessing that the speaker will be really, really loud, and we'll test that later on as well. When you pull out the plastic tab, then the unit is ready to go. Here you can see that I already released 4 of the Phillips screw. When you release it, you'll see that this is standard AAA batteries. There's 2 of them. Interestingly enough, there's 4 contact sensors as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. When these touch the water, then the siren will go off, right? Here's a $10 bill for size comparison. So yeah, this thing is super big. Chances are you'll put it underneath somewhere hidden away, so it shouldn't be an issue at all. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the contact sensor is pretty far away from the ground. I would say maybe 2 or 3 millimeter. That's not a good thing because by the time the water level hits 3 millimeter, your house is probably in a lot of trouble. So that's why I highly recommend using at least 3 ply of tissue paper. 3 ply of tissue paper to put this on. So as soon as the water hits the tissue, then it will soak it in and then hit the contact immediately. Here you can see that the contact sensor for this Lincoln is super low. In fact, it's probably touching the ground. Now, you're supposed to use this with the Govee hub, but since I don't want to use the Govee hub that is connected to their cloud server, it doesn't make really sense to try to connect it to their cloud server. Every time this gets alerts, this will send it to the cloud server, and then the server will relay back to your phone. That's a lot of delay, and when water is leaking, you definitely don't want any delay whatsoever. Or what if their server is down? Then you will never get an alert. Unless you're in the house and then you hear the alarm, of course, coming from this unit. Luckily enough, this sensor is 433 megahertz, and we already have a 433 megahertz sensor in the house, and I'm going to show you how to use that on the computer right now. All right, we're going to open up MQTT Explorer, just like we did in the last previous video. I'm going to pull the plastic sheet out, so now the unit is fully activated. You can hear a beep. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this Govee water leak sensor right there. I don't know why there are so many leak sensors, even though we've only activated 1. So I'm guessing the others belong to the neighbors. Or maybe all of them are the same units, but reporting different stats. For instance, this one right here is reporting battery. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe and like button. This lets YouTube know that, yeah, this video helped you out. And now I'm going to let it touch water just to see what happens, just to see what events will be fired. This code is probably rolling codes, so we can't really use that at all. This number stays the same, so we can't use that. The only thing that we can use is the leak number. You can see that every time there's a water leak, this value changes. So we're going to write an MQTT and then automate that accordingly. On the right hand side, let's copy the topic. Click on copy. Now let's go ahead and open up the configuration file of our Home Assistant. So I have it right here in my Window Explorer. Find configuration.yaml. Open it up. Go to the MQTT section of your configuration.yaml file. This is not a binary sensor, so I'm going to collapse that. It is not a switch, so I'm going to collapse that as well. it is definitely a sensor. So that's why I'm scrolling all the way down to find sensor. Is Govee01. The unique ID is Govee01 as well. You can name it whatever you want. State topic is going to be pasted in, which is whatever that you found earlier. And now go ahead and save the configuration. Restart your Home Assistant. Now it's a good time to restart your Home Assistant. I'm going to go in Terminal and type in HA Core Restart. Hit Enter. All right, after we restarted the HA machine, we can go to Developers Tool, go to States, and then type in Govee. Here you can see the sensor.govee_01. That's the sensor that we just created in the configuration.yaml file. It looks like it automatically discovered as well. Here's the sensor 40622. The battery status right now is 100%. I'm not sure what these other values are, like 3000. What does that mean? I have no idea what it is. 7180 must belong to the neighbor because my 433 sniffer is super sensitive. It's picking up everything in the neighborhood, it seems. Knowing what the sensor is, every time it hits water, it will change the number. We can certainly create an automation based on that. So yeah, if your MQTT automatically pick it up and automatically add it into your HA machine, then there's absolutely no need whatsoever to manually go into the configuration YAML file and create one yourself. But since we created one already, we're going to create an automation based on that. I'm just going to copy this value right here, go into Settings, go down to Automation, create a new automation. All right, let's take a look at the YAML code. Go into the upper right-hand corner, click on the three dots, go down to Edit in YAML. The entity ID is the same, which is Govee_01. We have to add this template in for condition, this whole thing right here. And then the action is still the same thing. And now when I dip the Govee sensor into water, we'll get a notification to my Telegram. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we got the Govee message, leak detected, sent to my Telegram account. All right, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.